Hi everyone, Stevie Boys here. Saying hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Now, I don't know if some of you can remember, but where I am now, this is where I made the first ever vlog for YouTube about the journey, what was going to be my journey going back to the Philippines. Well, good news guys, the Philippines is open. So the Philippines is going to open on February the 10th for tourists, fully vaccinated, no quarantine, any hotels. You can go to where you want to stay and report at that location and just monitor yourself for 7 days. That is absolutely fantastic news, and it's just taken 2 years, 2 long years. I left the Philippines on February the 13th 2020. Returned back to England. I was only coming back to England for 3 or 4 months and then I would return back to the Philippines, but we all know what happened. COVID said no, you're not going. Now, wouldn't it be a fantastic anniversary to return to the Philippines on February the 13th. How much I would love to arrive at the airport on that date. 2 years have passed. Am I returning? No, I am not returning. Not yet anyway, for the simple reason, the sun's bright, for the simple reason is the airline companies are charging obscene prices for the tickets, and I mean obscene prices. Got a trail there of a plane that's just gone past. I understand, don't get me wrong, I do understand that the airlines have lost a hell of a lot of money, some serious money, but to charge so much is just totally obscene. I mean, they're charging first class travel to travel in economy. I've been online, I've been checking, no such thing as cheap flights. In fact, one company, and I'll name them, Cathay Pacific, they were wanting to charge £4,000 to travel, a return ticket to the Philippines. Most of the others are about 1,500, 1,800, 2,400, things like that. Now the most I've ever paid was £540 return ticket travelling with Emirates. Fantastic price, I agree. You know, how can you travel to the other side of the world for £540? It's not a lot of money. But it's a fantastic deal. Obviously they must be making money, whilst they wouldn't advertise them prices. I've paid £470 with Turkish Airlines, and I think it was £470 or £480, something like that, that I paid with Cathay Pacific. Anyway, I divulge. I just think it's totally wrong that they can charge so much. So it's a question of waiting. That's what I'm going to have to do. So the journey back to the Philippines is going to take a lot longer, unfortunately. Sad, definitely sad, but hey, it is what it is, and I've waited 2 years, so I'm sure I can wait a little bit longer, even though time is passing me by. I'm 68 in February. Don't want to be gloomy, but how much longer have I got left? Dear me. Stop being gloomy, Stevie boy. Look at the bald patch. Do I shave my head again so I'm bald all the time instead of just having the bald patch in the middle? Anyway, I'm going to keep checking the flights. I'll check every day, see what changes. I'll get in touch with some of the booking agencies over here in England and tell them obvious what I want. Obviously I want the cheapest return possible, and I'm not tied to any dates. I can travel anytime. You see, that's one thing, isn't it? And everybody will have noticed this. You go on these sites, you type into Google cheap flights to the Philippines or cheap flights to Thailand, Singapore, anyway, whatever you type in, it always comes up with a perfectly small price, but it also says from. I checked one and it was from a small price, but then when you look into it, there's only probably a few seats available at that price on that particular flight, and it'll only be for a student, or it'll be for somebody that's a party. You're travelling with a party, but they'll offer you a couple of seats at that low price if you're travelling with 7 or 8, 10 people. It's a business, isn't it? Obviously it's a business, so let's not moan too much about it, but please do not rip people off with those stupid prices. But they don't care, do they? I mean, I'd be, one other thing I'll say as well, I would have paid, if the prices had been roughly the same as what I have paid before, I was going to treat myself and I would have travelled business class. I would have paid that extra money, just because I've never ever done it before in my life, never. You know, you get on a plane, don't you, and you walk past these business class seats and you think, I'd love to sit there, but we go to the back of the plane. But I must admit, Emirates, I flew on the A380 and you know, the double decker ones, and I was upstairs and it was economy, and it was beautiful, lots of room, the service were fantastic, really enjoyed it, but I didn't like Dubai. I missed my connection in Dubai. Not my fault, Emirates' fault, but they looked after you. They put you up in a hotel, you had a meal, and you got the next you travel the next day, which that's fine. but I had a problem going back through customs, because at Manchester I bought a bottle of whiskey, Jack Daniels, at the duty free, and obvious that's in your hand luggage, and because I'd left the airport, when I was coming back I couldn't bring that bottle of Jack Daniels back through the customs. And I said, well, look, it's in a sealed bag, here's the receipt, I've bought it from duty free, Manchester Airport. You're not allowed it. After about 10-15 minutes arguing, on my shoulder there were a big guy, big security, police. He says, you're not allowed it, sir, take up your complaint with Emirates. He said, we are confiscating it, and they just took the bag and they just threw it into a bin. Okay, but then as soon as you walk through and you go into duty free, you can buy another bottle. Which I did, of course. I bought another bottle, but God, it made me mad. Oh dear, the joys of travelling, eh? The joys of travelling. Well, it's blue skies, it's cold, it is cold, but it's a beautiful day and out for a walk. Oh look, don't know if you can see, it's probably too far away, we've got another plane going over. Okay guys, onward I go. Well, the fields are looking nice. The grass is growing in them. Looking very nice. But we've not really had a bad winter yet. It's been cold, yes. We've had a little bit of snow, but not that much. And you can see all this, how it's all died off. It's all turned brown. But if you look underneath, there's signs of green coming through it. Right, decision times. What do I do? Do I go that way, or do I go that way? We'll go this way, it's a little bit longer walk. Anyway guys, thanks for watching again. I've had my little moan about the price of the flights, so let's get on with it. Cheers guys.